4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
श्रीवर्चस्वमायुष्यम् आरोग्यं माविदाक्षं मानं महीयते धनं धान्यं पशुं बहु कीर्तिलाभं बहु धनलाभं शतसंवत्सरं दीर्घमायुः.
Honestly, I felt inspired and motivated after reading The Journey of Perseverance. This is certainly a book worth reading. Congratulations, Priya. You did an amazing job.
Hi, I'm Lavanya. The book, Journey of Perseverance, is highly motivating and inspiring. It gave me a clear picture about what success looks like. Congratulations, Priya ma'am, and thank you for a great book.
Good morning, Malaysia. Good afternoon. Sorry. So you see that everything is real here. I'm starting to be tired, but this is the last week and I'm still here and I'm still keeping up. So let's start again. So good afternoon, Malaysia. Good morning, South Africa and Europe. And here we are with the Global Empowerment Summit, empowering you for 6 weeks with more than 200 sessions already and reaching towards the 300 live sessions. That's why the start. So we are here to empower you and bring you people who can inspire you and who can lift you up. And where if you reach out to them, then it's sure that you can change your life, you can change up your business. The only thing that is missing is just your activity to take the lead and to reach out to these people. So this interview session, what I'm having now, it's very exciting. I really love the person who was my guest at my show. He's currently really tied up. So he was saying that I could use this interview that we did earlier for this opportunity. And I will play it to you, and you will see that he's very empowering. He has some kind of very strong charisma around him, and he is really about elevating and empowering people, no matter whether it's his own expertise about SNOP, or it's about life and it's about inspiring others. So this is what I brought to you. If you're watching it now or if you watch it on replay, please make sure you are playing with us. Get a free ticket right now. You can still do it after the summit also. This is very special thing for you because we are keeping up this competition until the end of the year. So on the 31st of December 2021, I will announce 5+1 winners who will win a 500 USD value package, coaching package with me, plus a 200 USD value package from Solworxs, the application developer, because I figured that 6 weeks, it was already hard for me to digest. It must be also hard for everyone else. So it would be better if I would give you time to ponder upon the things that you hear, to listen, to learn, to digest it, and give us feedbacks and learn by playing. That means that once you are checking out the live stream, I will leave them up on my YouTube channel until the end of the year. You can use the application to give us aha moments, feedbacks. You can reach out to the speakers, make photos, send us photos, and win with leading the leaderboard. So that's what's coming. And now I am here with Ahmed Khaled, my guest, who will speak about a very specific topic, super close to my heart. So welcome, Ahmed. This was an interview that I did with him a little bit earlier. Please follow him on LinkedIn, and he's very inspirational. If you need technical help around SNOP, he's the guy to go to. His podcast is winning and leading every single list that is existing. So please reach out and check out him, and let's just bring him up. Okay, here you go. So this will be the interview. If you have questions, please, it works the same way. Put the comments and the questions as much as you want, because I will reach out to him and I will bring the answers to the questions back. So let's just do this. I will just play it right now. Enjoy. It will be around 50 minutes that I spent with him, and it will be very, very inspiring. So let's go. Facebook and YouTube. Here we are with Ahmed. Hi, Ahmed. How are you today?
Nice to see you today, and I'm very optimistic. And seriously, I'm so glad to be with you within your show, and I'm sure today we will have a great values together. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So thank you for everyone watching. This is the Dare to Dance Your Way show, a show to empower you, to inspire you, with all my inspiring guests coming from all around the world and trying to give you some extra values. But as you know, I always start with the story of the person. So let's get to know Ahmed a little bit more. So tell me your story.
It's my pleasure, Andrea. So I'll give you a little bit about myself. I'm Egyptian. I'm an industrial engineer. Actually, I started my career at the supply chain. I worked in Egypt. Firstly, I worked in factory, rolling out all of these functions like production, maintenance, operations. Then I moved to the planning. Then I had the decision to move out of my country because I had a great opportunity, and I told myself I would need to expose myself to a multi-culture country or something like that. So I had the pleasure to move into UAE, United Arab Emirates, stayed in Dubai. Yes, I had a great pleasure working with another company. Then the same company that I was in Egypt, they called me to go back to Saudi Arabia. Now I'm in Saudi Arabia because they want someone to lift up the capabilities of supply chain in Saudi Arabia. And now, right now, I'm a serial entrepreneur for sure. I'm still working in the corporation. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm running many businesses at the same time, helping many people and coaching many people at the same time. And I'm trying to be always there in the social media. 1 year back or one and a half year back, I was not there at all. But I realized that how much it's essential to be in the social media, and I chose especially LinkedIn because I believe LinkedIn it's the best platform for inspiring people, especially for my content as well. and for creating a good business within my mission. This is just a brief about myself.
Very brief and very official. So every time I ask this question, just believe me, every single person is starting to tell me about their work. But I'm not really interested only in the work. So please give me a little bit of insights about your personal life, childhood, how did you grow up, some interesting stories. I'm just all up to the person. And then later we will talk anyway about your work.
Sure, no worries at all. So I'm Egyptian, as I told you. I have my wife, she's Ukrainian. I got to meet my wife in Dubai at the same time when I landed there. But unfortunately, at this time, when I got to know her, I had the decision to move to Saudi Arabia. And yes, I know her from Dubai. So it was very hard to get her to Saudi Arabia at the same time. And I have some challenges when we got the decision that we'll get married. So it was a big challenge because I was in Saudi Arabia and she was in Dubai, and she came back to Ukraine. And at the same time, I want to have documents coming back to Egypt. And I have many challenges because I went for lawyers because, I'm Egyptian and she's Ukrainian. And to do all of these documents, it's a big hassle. You need stamp from here. You need to have a process. And I don't know the process. I had like two things, two situations that lawyers. I got to know lawyers, and that because I want to expedite my marriage with her because I want to bring her in Saudi Arabia, and I paid too much money for them. And at the end of the day, I realized that they were cheating. They don't know anything about the process itself, totally. But I was persistent because I love my wife and I want to bring her. So I told myself I'll find a way. I don't care, I'll find a way. So I realized that my father is an officer. He is policeman. So I forgot all of this. Why did I go to a lawyer's? My father, he is a policeman. And can you imagine? I stayed like 1 year mostly. We had two trials. I was trying to go to Egypt, to go there, stay for 1 week, 2 weeks, and nothing is happening. And we got frustrated. My father finished everything in 2 days. I swear, 2 days.
So, and you just forget that your father is working there.
Everything, yes. but at the end of the day, I brought her here, and unfortunately, she came back to Ukraine, and there is a lockdown between Saudi Arabia and Ukraine right now. But hopefully everything will open soon. About a little bit about myself also, I have two pets, one Mishka and one Margoshka. So Mishka is a Pomeranian dog, Pomeranian, small Pomeranian, yes, like that. Yes. And I have Margoshka. She's a Scottish cat. She's beautiful. But all of them are Ukraine, not Saudi Arabia. That's why. About me also, I'm athlete. I love athletic. I used to be in my national Egyptian team, but this is long time back. But I love sport. I love gym. I love be always in shape. I love to inspire people also at this point.
What type of sport did you do?
I was running, 110 hurdles.
Okay.
Olympics, yes, 110 hurdles. And but right now, for sure, I stopped since a long time. What I'm doing is swimming, going to gym, just to keep myself in shape and just to manage my well-being. This is what
so super important today, especially under lockdown, to keep moving and not just sitting all the time. Yeah.
Totally, because I know because the pressure that we have, you have to find a way to relieve it. Because I believe that when I feel that some little bit, I don't want to say depressed, but when you go and work out, you feel very, very cool from inside.
Yes, that's true. And it's changing the whole mindset. I mean, for me, when I'm like in a very stressful situation, I have to do something on time. I have a lot of things to do. The only thing that is calming me down is just to dance or go to workout or do something that is totally different from working. I don't know how is it with you.
Totally agree. Yes, I had this feeling. That's why when I feel depressed, I'm always going for run, swimming a little bit, finding go for gym. When I touch these dumbbells, I feel you're in another world. Seriously, because it changes your mood 180 degrees.
Yes, that's so true. In the meantime, I will just say hello to Corley and Patel.
Yeah.
They are already here. Hi, guys. Thank you for watching
Nice
us.
to see you.
And we are just warming up with Ahmed here. He was talking about his life in Egypt and his wife in Ukraine and the love and how many hurdles he had to go through to finally marry the love of his life. So it's kind of like an interesting warm-up story. I really love it. And there is one more warm-up question that I would like to ask. I always wanted to go to Egypt to see the pyramids, but I could never do that. So can you tell us a little bit? I was always curious. Are they really big pyramids? Like they are looking big, and compared to you, they are tall, or it's just big in the pictures?
It's too much big, because I am saying that. Yes, we have 3 pyramids, but I'm telling you, I believe that one rock, the height of the rock, it's like 1.2 meters. And imagine if I guarantee you, if you go in just beside this pyramid, you'll not be able even to look up because it's very big. We have
that's nice.
yes, we have Khufu, Khafra, and Mankara in Egyptian Farood language. The Khufu and Khafra and Mankara. So anyway, if you go even to the smallest pyramid, you will not be able to look at it up. I'm telling you, it's very big.
So nice. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm always wondering about how people at that time, now everyone, is so caught up with all the problems, and everyone is saying everything is like impossible, and there are so many problems and excuses. And when I think about the pyramids and the Egyptians and then the things what they had on hand, like to build those things, like I just believe it's so inspiring. Like nothing is impossible, right?
All that. That's why, again, I'm telling you, based on an experience, there is no challenge. I'm talking about security, from security wise and safety wise. There is no challenge at all right now. I'm telling you from a real background. So if you have the chance to go there, trust me, go there. No worries at all. Everything is in place, because I know media itself and people around, they just create rumors. But I'm telling you, if you have these guts, if you want to go to Egypt, let me know. I get my wife and we can go there.
Let's go. I will get my hubby too, and we do like a couple retreat in Egypt. Let's do that.
For sure.
That will be very nice. So let's talk further. I'm also investigating around purpose, and I'm trying to find the good definitions for what is purpose, and to help people to see that it's not like a one night story. You need time to find your purpose. So tell me about what is purpose for you, and how did you find yours?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll be lying if I told you that I know my purpose from overnight or overday, but it's something that you chase. I believe that everyone is born with a purpose. Every one of us has a purpose in life, and once you discover this purpose in life, it puts you in your powerful place. You will do miracles, but the game is about going into the discovery journey of discovering this real purpose. Because I'll tell you what did I do. I didn't. I just attended many sessions about how to find your purpose and how to find your why in life. All of this, but I'll be very honest. I was not keen about that, and I'm saying it because I attended this in corporation. When you have webinars, when you have seminars, people come and speak to you, ask you questions, all of this. But if you don't have the willingness to listen and really to go for discovery, nothing. It will be. I don't believe in that. This is a long time back when I go. They ask these questions and you will find it. It's not like that. It's not about questions. It's all about the inner discovery. If you are willing to know it, and if you have this, I guarantee you, it's a process. But you will find it. I'm telling you why I'm saying that, because when I had this kind of sessions or webinars, seminars, I didn't believe in that. I didn't believe in that. I'm here just to find the best career. That this is what I want. I want to be CEO. I want to be this. What do you care about? What's purpose? Would it help me? I don't care. At the end of the day, I need to live a good life. I need to go there. And one moment, one and a half year back, I would say, something happened in my life, totally, and I faced some setbacks in my life, real hard setbacks in my life, and I was blaming everything around me. And I'll tell you very honestly, I was rejected from everything in life, mostly all aspects in life. And I used to say that, when you have this kind of barriers, thoughts that it's everything because of them, the situations, because of people. I'm perfect. I do everything. And you find always clarifications and justifications. That this guy, this, because they don't like me. I know that I'm good. I'm very good. But I start to reflect. There's at this point, seriously, when it happens to me, I start to reflect realistically, and I start to ask myself real questions that I at this moment I didn't have any answer, and realized that it's not about them, it's about me. It's all about me. And I start to ask myself many questions, and I start to ask myself and reflect on that questions and on the experience itself. And I found, seriously, it's not them, it's me. The problem and the challenge, it's about me. So once I started the discovery and the exploring journey, I found my purpose, because I asked myself many questions. I said, what is my power? And I give it like from a personal experience. I start to ask myself, what is my power and what is my passion? And power and passion, and how can I serve people? And I found recently my purpose, and I have the statement for it. It's just to make a positive difference in people's life by liberating their inner chain, the greatness, to be exposed to the sunlight and change the planet. Because I had the same challenge, and I believe that every one of us has something unique inside. Every one of us have greatness, have skills, have something that he can provide, but the challenge how to get it out. And most people that they got afraid, and maybe they don't have this confidence that they have values to provide to the world. That's why they get like a lower self-esteem, lower self-confidence, that they're here just to move the wheel. That's why I devoted myself for my purpose. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to ignite them. I'm trying to get something out of them, just to believe that they can do a change in their life and the people's life. This is about how I found my purpose, and I'm enjoying it on a daily basis, seriously.
So that's really important. And just to make a little summary of it, so basically your purpose is coming to you. You just have to do the job and travel on this journey of self-discovery. And as you said, some people may be afraid, but it doesn't matter, because at the end of the journey, you will not be afraid anymore. So I have a few questions regarding, because I have this experience, the more you explore, the more questions you put, many people are being more insecure after they ask themselves the questions, because they figure out that they have so many things that they didn't resolve.
Yes.
So how did you deal with your fear, with your inner critique, with all the struggles that is this questioning, always questioning, very hard questions? It's very, very difficult for some people to look into the mirror like this.
Yes, I totally agree with you. And I think it's a good question, very good question, because it takes courage. Seriously, it takes courage to go and confront your reality, and to have a real mirror and stay in front of this mirror and see the reality. What are the challenges that we have? Because most people in life, you will see that they don't have mirror. Their mirror, it's the people. They have a holder on anything in their life. I didn't do any mistakes. This is the challenge. That's why I say it takes courage, and it needs a real self-awareness, and it needs a real openingness. You know, when you're open to listen to real things and confront your reality. It's not easy. I'm saying it's not easy, and not everyone can do that. But once you put yourself in this discovery and start ask yourself questions, you will start to progress. And I believe this about that progress. Just from not from one day, you will know everything. You know everything about yourself. But give yourself a chance. I didn't give myself a chance. I didn't give myself any chance before. I used to live. Everything is it's the external. But I believe everything. If you want to change the world, you have to change yourself firstly. If you want to change everything around you, you have to start with yourself. And this is the essence of leadership. You cannot lead anybody if you cannot lead yourself. You have to lead yourself firstly. You have to understand yourself firstly. So confronting your reality, I think it takes courage. But I'm saying it from humble experience. It's worth it. It's really worth it because it will put you in a very, very powerful place. You start asking the right questions.
Can you give us a little bit of examples from the questions that you ask yourself so that the people can experiment with it?
Sure. So I'll give you like an example for the rejections. I give you that example. When I went for let's say like I went for an interview for promotion, or I interview for another place or something like that. When I had this one year half back, and when I had rejection, sometimes even I have auto rejection. You know, when you go for the interview and you have the email. So this it's easy to blame the outside. It's easy. And if at this moment you don't need to see the reality. What do I need? No, look. You know this inner voice. Look, they rejected me because I know if I go there, he doesn't like me because I have more capability about him. So he's afraid maybe I will go promoted more than him. You know this. You have to cool yourself. You will find some justifications about that. But I turn up the mirror, the other side. I look. It's not about them. And I'll tell you an example. For one, I will not mention name. I will tell you a story. I will not mention name of the company, but I had like an interview for another company, and I don't know. I was very curious. I opened my mobile, okay, before the interview, and I put the mobile beside the laptop. I had the interview like that, and I record how I speak. And you cannot imagine inside this interview. It was amazing. I did the best interview in my life. I swear. This is what it's amazing. Speak very good. I give to the point everything. Finished the interview. Then I had like a break. And I told myself, listen, it was like 30 minutes. I will look into the video. How did I do? And I opened the video. Stayed like 30 minutes. I was shocked. Seriously,
It was not like many.
I was shocked. You know. I tell you, this was the turning point that I start to admit myself, because now I have mirror. I open this video, and I look the way that I speak. It's embarrassing. I'm shy because I tell you, when you don't have self-awareness, you find yourself the best when you speak. I found myself in a real mirror, which is the screen. The interviewer is asking me questions, and you know what? You know when you're repeating the same point, and it's not clear. Even I know that I speak that, I don't understand it. How come that I position myself in the place of the interviewer, and I find myself it's not clear about the communication, how I communicate, how I think, how I respond, how I listen. It's not to that point. And this was the turning point that I start to find, no, it's not about them, it's about me. And I start working on myself. This is one of the stories that I still do remember.
And this is a very great tip for trying it out, actually. Whenever people are doing anything, now everyone is doing videos on social media, joining interviews, going online interviews. So it's just like, as you said, one phone, you record it, you watch it back, you just put the camera in a position where it shows your face, and just learn from it, right? It's a super good tool for young people, for everyone who is going for an interview or just want to improve as a speaker. Really, really good.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Corley Meg is saying that change makers of yesterday are leaders of today and champions of tomorrow. Yes,
Sure.
that's beautiful,
Thank
Colin.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for this. So I really like your example. I think this is something that I love, the practical way of learning on your own about yourself. Because sometimes, as you said, we go for all these webinars and workshops and we don't really take away anything, because one very important step is missing, which is your part of doing the job of exploring it. And the coach cannot do it for yourself, right? That's the thing.
It's all about willingness. I'm saying it again because most even organization, yes, I know that they want to work on their people to find their purpose, because they believe that once you find or change yourself, you will change everything around you. But it's all about, there is no scale, or there is no something, there is nothing that can tell you that willingness. I can stay inside the workshop itself, but my mind is somewhere else. It's all about the willingness. But I'm saying it to all the audience that made the lesson to us right now. It's all about you. Trust me, if you take with the best coach, the best mentors, it's the best webinars, the best sessions in the world, and if you are not willing to go for this discovery or this journey, nothing will happen. You will have this in your mind, and I'm telling you, 2 days, 3 days, it will vanish, and you'll come back to the normal state that you used to have.
And you can even forget, right? You cannot really digest so much information if it's not like, having time to in your body to just work on it. It's just a lot of too much information already. So really good insights. So let's go further a little bit on the self-empowerment. We are both like not native English speakers, and many of my friends are asking like, are you not afraid when you are speaking English? Is it like hard for you as you are Hungarian? I'm always telling them, no, I'm speaking Hunglish. I don't think anymore like in Hungarian. I think in English, and as my best level of English today, I'm trying to express myself, but I'm not afraid of whether I tell something wrong on the language. I don't know how is it for you, because you are also speaking on videos and you are all out there. So tell me your experience with the language and being not a native speaker.
Sure. I'll tell you. I know this kind of fears that comes in your mind when it's not your mother tongue for sure. I understand that. But let me tell you something, because I know that most people, they think that how people will perceive me when I speak, that when I have a mispronunciation about something, it doesn't make sense, and maybe they will have a mock on me, sarcasm, all of this. I understand, because I was in the same place at this moment. But let me tell you something, your accent, it's your dignity. And I always say that I will not change my accent. Yes, I have Arabic English accent, and it's my dignity. I will not change it. The way that I communicate, it's very essential. The way that I'm authentic about it, it's very essential. And I tell you an example, many people, they have their mother tongue, English, whatever, but they cannot inspire people. They cannot communicate well. They're very accent. So it's a lot like this, but at the end of the day, with my respect, how they can inspire, how they can communicate. It's all about the communication. This is the first step that it came into my mind. I will not change, because people there, Ahmed, can you change if you change your accent, you will be amazing, better. I will not change it. This is my brand. I will never change. So it's my trademark. Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela, he changed the world. Come back to one of his videos or something like that, you will see how his accent is attacking your heart, because he speaks from heart. It's not about the accent itself. As long as you communicate well and you speak from heart, nothing else matters. And I'll give you an example story, good story. I used to say the same story when I started on LinkedIn. Okay, and I told you that I started by articles, I started by writing, all of that, but there was some trigger inside me. I told myself I need to move into speaking. Okay, but I was afraid. Human. I was afraid, as everyone think, that how come that people will see me if I speak English, for sure that I have accent. I have accent for sure, and everyone knows that. And how I will speak, my tonality, my facial expression, all of this stuff, because it's easy to write. It's very easy to come right here. It's in your mind, and nobody knows. You can reshuffle this, you can remove this, and then post. And this is the best ideal way that you can show your audience. But when you go in front of the camera and speak, it's very hectic. Anyway, I decided to buy a camera. I decided to make my studio. I decided to write the script, and I created the first video. And I put it on LinkedIn, and then before posting, I said, shall I post or no? My accent. You know this inner voice inside you. Anyway, I posted it, and I was very afraid. And we have a quote in Egypt. They said that when you're afraid from the ghost, it appears quickly to you.
Can you say it in Egyptian too, just to hear the sentence in Egyptian?
اللي يخاف من العفريت يطلع له.
Nice. I love it.
So when you're afraid from a ghost, quickly it appears to you. And I had the first ghost in my life. It appears to me after maybe 20 minutes, something like that. From that, I found someone commented on my video. Some of them, it was very positive. And this guy, after 20 minutes, and I post something, one post on LinkedIn about that, just to inspire people. So I found a comment. What's inside the comment? It was shocking. I was shocked. My mind, I don't know what to do. So he told me what? Just two words. Only one word and one character. So what he say? Your accent and thumbs down. Like that. I thought, oh my soul, oh my God, so what can I do right now? Shall I delete the video now or what do you think?
End of my video career. Thank you.
I start I don't know what to do. What shall I do? If he's I start to panic. And I left it like that. And I even tried to come back to him. I'm trying to do my best. I'm giving him justifications.
Yep.
I'm giving him justifications, because I'm trying to be. You know what I did? I came back, deleted his comment, blocked him, and I didn't see him again. And today I'm doing what I'm doing. It's easy. That's why you will see many people along the way. They will try to get you out. Just to focus on what you do. Because if you don't believe on what you're doing, nobody will believe. This is what I see.
And this is a great message for teenagers, for everyone who is like, even for adults who are going to social media, right? There will be always naysayers. There will be always people who are criticizing and all these things. So this is the most important thing, to deal with it on a nice way, and don't let yourself go down because of these comments, because it will happen. We know. I'm a woman. I get different kind of things, but we can explain about this. We get a lot of things on the social media. Once you are there, someone told it to me, like, once you put yourself out there, anything can happen. So bad and good. So you have to just accept it, that it's happening.
Be willing, yes. At this moment, I told you always that it's not about them, it's about us. When it comes to self-awareness, but when it comes to naysayers and negativity and depression, all of that, it's about them, not about us.
Yes.
How they see that it's them, not us. Because greatness, it's a process. Trust me, you will never be perfect from the first time. It's progress. It's progress. This is what you have to learn. This is the essence of greatness.
And I think this is the important and the best point to get towards your main tagline, human greatness, and how to unleash it. So this is every time when we talk about, you get back to the point that it's all about us. And I'm totally understanding. I'm coming from the same perspective, just I'm reaching out from a dancer's perspective, how to be a confident dancer in life, right? Mm-hmm. So for you, it's the same. So tell me about your human greatness methodology or tagline. How was it born? What was the idea behind? Did you just wake up and oh, I will teach everyone for human greatness? How did it happen?
Okay. So again, Andrea, when I started on LinkedIn, I would say my journey. I don't know. I don't know about my purpose. I don't know what is greatness. I don't know anything about that. But again, along the journey, when I started, I told myself I will work on supply chain. I do my stuff on the supply chain because this is my niche. This is what I know. I have 11 years of experience on that. But I give myself a chance. What do I mean here? That I was open. You know, when you start to have this kind of self-awareness, you're open to everything. You're giving yourself a chance, because I started asking myself, okay, Ahmed, your supply chain, the supply chain that you have and the business experience that you have, is it your passion? Is it your life? Yes or no? And I started to reflect. I got graduated from my university, and I had the chance to work with a big multinational company in the supply chain, which is good. But if I had another chance to work in marketing, if I had another chance to work in trade marketing or sales or finance, what will be the possibility? Will it be the same like I have? Then I start asking myself, supply chain, it's my power. It's my comfort. It's my experience. But what is my passion? What is the greatness that I can have? And I start to give myself a chance. I start to listen for motivational speaking, I tell you. And one of the guys that changed drastically my life and my thoughts is Jim Rohn. If you know Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is amazing motivational speaker and personal development coach. I start to listen and how maybe I didn't see him one time in my life, and he's not there on the planet at all. But till today, he is leaving an impact by his voice in people's life and his thoughts. And this is something that I love. My joy, I realize that my joy when I see people, they change their life, they change their thoughts 180 degrees because of one thing you give it to them. Just maybe one word. You just light the scene of the screen in their consciousness. This is what I realized. So I start to allow myself to share stories. Yes, I post. If you come back to my LinkedIn account, you'll see that I was posting every day about supply chain. But I start to say, listen, I will start to share a little bit about myself and stories, and I'll be vulnerable. I have nothing to hide from people, and realize that you're dealing with people. So you have, when you have this rapport of connection, when you build the connection, bonding with people, they start to attract. And this moment, I found this greatness, the greatness that I have. I can inspire people, I can influence and can impact people and touch them. It's not only about inspiration, touch them and move them from the thoughts that you have. Because people, I believe that they can sense your authenticity, they can sense your real meaning and the words that you give. Because every word I say, it's coming from heart. So it goes and attack the heart. So I realized that I am here to support and move people. This is what I realized.
This is something very interesting from the perspective that you take your knowledge, your experience of more than 10 years of being in the supply chain, right? And then you run it through a filter of your own passion and of your own beliefs and your own way of seeing the world. And that's what at the end creates a very strong package, right? Because it will be backed up by your experience, and then also it's adding your heart, your passion, so it will be just coming through so powerfully. That's what I feel about you every time we speak, that whenever you are getting to this part and you're talking about this one, that you finally found it, you are so strong in it, and you can feel it in your voice that you really believe in it, that it can help people.
That's why, Andrea, it's all about giving yourself a chance, because people, they think a lot on planning side that to an extent they don't start with what you have. And I'm telling you, you'll discover many things along the way when you give yourself this chance. Maybe things that you don't know about yourself, but give yourself this chance.
And this is really good idea from Corley Mang. She's saying that the Toastmaster clubs, I'm supporting a lot of Toastmasters, and she's also saying that, yeah, there are clubs like this, and you can practice your speaking, and you can be with people, speak in front of people, and learn so many things about leadership.
By the way, Toastmasters, I had some coaching. If you know Mohammed Qahtani, he used to be the world champion in Toastmasters 2015, the power of the words. That's why I know Toastmasters, it's lovely for sure. But right now I think it's blocked because of the COVID-19. This is what
I have been to some meetings. They are very, very curious and creative. So they started their webinars, and they are doing the same things. And they have these kind of engagement forms, exactly the same like when you do the red and the black and the word count and the feedbacks. It's really exciting. I love them.
amazing.
So let's go further. Like we found already this human greatness. You need to figure out what is your biggest power, like experience and knowledge, and then you add your passion. What else you need to be able to sell this, to be able to find the people who need this and to serve the people?
Yeah. Again, it's about if you're talking about, I would assume that you're talking about entrepreneurship, right? Something like that. So shifting in mind, I wouldn't say shifting in mind. I realized that this entrepreneurship mindset, I born with this, even in corporation, in my company. I came, I work my mindset. It's like a founder. I don't rely on the process because I don't believe in the heritage, This is how we find it. You have to work on this. No, it's not like that at all. I ask myself the different questions. That's why I'm saying that entrepreneurship, I believe, I born with that. But the small circle that I live with it, I was just trying to do the improvement in the small circle that I have. But I gave myself a chance to go for a bigger circle, to increase my circle of influence. I believe entrepreneurship, it's a willingness to give yourself also a chance and to understand who are you and how can you help people. This is one thing, because I'll tell you why most entrepreneurs, they fail. Every one of the entrepreneurs, they are willing to be successful, but nobody is willing to fail. If you ask anybody from entrepreneur, we need. But entrepreneurship, I believe it's three things: build, measure, and learn. If you build these three things and these philosophies in your life, you will be able to find what is the customer need. Yes, start from innovate for your clients, know their pain points, find solution for them, and then they will come. It will not work 100%. That's why you have to be flexible, build something, okay? Measure for your customers, clients. And if it doesn't work, learn why it doesn't work and come again, rebuild again. This is a cycle. So I'll give an advice on that. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to be willing to fail. And this is what I exposed myself. I said to myself, listen, I will do. And if it doesn't work, I'm very flexible. I will redo it again, because at a certain point of time, this will be the change point that will take you to another places. Just expose yourself. Don't think that it will work 100% from the first time. You have to be fortified by this mindset. This is what I think about entrepreneurship.
That's a good definition, actually. So be willing and build and measure and then change if there is needed. Like we all know, I'm also coming from this subchatting background, so I see already the D-mic circle and all these things.
Yes. Innovation.
Yes, innovation. But it's really hard to grasp it when you are like not having this kind of mindset. So we all have been through a lot of things. I believe you and me, we are on a higher level of consciousness about ourselves, about the others. But some people are just there, that they just feel that something is not right there. They need something different, but they cannot do that step. So what do you think can be the pivot for them to start the conscious life and start the willing part?
Okay, I'll tell you again. I used to be staying with a broken people. I'll tell you very honestly, and even I used to blame that. These people. No, I don't like them because their mindset is, and that I see them every day. And one day I was very fortunate enough to meet one of my friends. He's amazing, and I speak with him. He's a coach. He's a communication coach, and I start to speak with him, and I start to blame everything. This is one year and a half back, and I start to blame everything. And he told me, Ahmed, you're blaming these people. How frequently you stay with them? I told him every day. Stay in a cafe, speak to them. He told me, Ahmed, I tell you a very good thing. You are the average of these people. You are really the average of these people. So you have to understand, if you want to go for this mindset, you have to surround yourself by the like-minded people that will take you to your vision. This is the circle of influence. I mean, because if you are staying with the broken people, because this is the circle of influence, you have to step out, put yourself with the right people that will provoke you to go to your vision. I believe this 80%, 80, even 90%, if you want to go to your vision. Because if I stay with the same broken, leave it. It will work. It will work again. But if you position yourself with these people, they have different mindset. They will provoke you and will put you in the right place. When you sometimes you fail, they will tell you how they do it, because they have experience. They have inspirational stories, so they will push you. This is what I say for anyone he wants or she wants to move into their greatness. Surround yourself by the right people.
This brings us back to some things that people have this kind of bad myth about it, like failure, like you mentioned before, that we don't fail, it's not okay to fail, and so on. So it's starting to change. But I think another very powerful thing, what you just mentioned, is the critique, that people don't like critics and they are rather hiding, and they don't take the critique to think about why they got the critic and change. They get the critic and they attack back. They want to protect themselves.
It's human being. Yes, it's human. Totally agree. Again, it's as we said, as you speak also, Andrea, it's all about the self-awareness. Because sometimes some critics, it's real, but we are not open to tell us the truth. We don't want. We are born like this. Our mind is wired like this. We have to be ideal. This is how our psychology is working. We have to be ideal. We don't want to listen for any critics. We see everything ideal from our eyes. But if you want to progress, if you want to go up, and if you want to grow further and more and more and more, you have to be willing for the constructive critics. I accept critics from trusted people, not from everyone, because I know many people, they try to pull you down, but there are some people in my life, I accept their critics because they care about me. I know that. This kind of people you have to surround yourself with.
How do you make differences? Again, I have so many questions because it's so inspiring to talk to you. So how do you make difference between the people who want to drag you down or the ones who want to lift you up? What's the difference? How is the feel, the mood? How can you identify them?
Look, this is something maybe it's I born with, and even my family know that. I have the seventh sense, not even sixth sense. I have the seventh. But I tell you, I know it from the energy, and because I believe we are very smart when you speak to someone that he is caring about you, he cares about you, and someone he doesn't care about you, he just want to pull you down. and you will feel it from the tone, you will feel it from their thoughts. You have many things, you can track it. I know it's not easy, but it needs some awareness to understand this. But at the beginning, if someone wants to pull you down, or even he cares about you, you have to be open to ask yourself the same question that he asked or she asked. And if it makes sense, you have to work on this. If it doesn't make sense, you feel that no, he wants to pull you down, I ignore it.
And it's also very important from the perspective how you are choosing your friends, right? What you said, that be the people who are pulling you up. And also, I feel that that's also the same question, like saying no and not feeling guilty to to be friends with some people. I'm a very empathetic person, and many times I'm just caring about people because I just want to care about them, even if they don't care back, right? But I am the caring person, and it's really hard for me to let it go. So how do you deal with this? How do you say no for some people? What is the reason that you give yourself?
Okay, so I'll tell you my truth about that. It's very hard for me to say no, and I kept saying I had also an interview on that point. Yes, because I was seeking some coaching from mentors and coaches, because I found that saying no, I would ask you that, I would assume that your question is when people ask you something and they need your support in something, right? Am I right? So when they ask me about something, I'm trying to help everyone. When someone is asking me about anything, I'm trying to help everyone, because I believe if someone is reaching to you, he needs something, and maybe one word would change his life or her life totally. So I asked many coaches about that, and they told me it's easy to ignore. It's easy because you have priorities, you have everything, so you can say no, I cannot. Or if they ask you for something that it will oppose your vision or it will oppose your things, you can say easily no. And I'll be honest, this is opposing my values. Yeah, I know it takes from my time, it takes from that, but what I realize, I'm trying to find a way to be resourceful instead of saying no. It's easy to say no or just ignore, but I'm trying to be resourceful. That's why my life, it's all about the process. What I do on a daily basis, what is consuming my time, and what are the activities that add value in my life, and what are the activities that doesn't add any value in my life, and I try to get it out of that to help more people. This is what I say. It's easy to say no. It's my personal philosophy. What I say, I'm trying to help the most people that I can do, because this is within my value and this is within my purpose in life. That's why this is my personal philosophy. People, again, you will see people, yes, it's easy for them. No, we don't have this, and there is nothing bad about that at all. I'm saying it, but this is my personal opinion and personal philosophy.
I totally understand you in this meaning. I'm really like you, so I'm exactly the same. If I have to anyone who comes to me with a question, I'm always answering it. No matter what I do, I try to have as my best, or I'm directing them to people who can help them. So this is something that we can do at least. I mean, it's all about humans, right?
Sure. Yes.
So Coleman really loves you,
Thank
Ahmed,
you.
so
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for the comments and being with us here. And I wanted to talk about supply chain, but I see the time, it's already 50 minutes. So I'm always saying, like, time flies in good company. I have to call you back for the supply chain version of this.
It's my pleasure, for sure.
Maybe we will do another one for that one. But before we leave and before we close this discussion, I would like to ask you about your LinkedIn success, because I know that you grow quite fast on LinkedIn and many people are searching for ways to be visible and to build a brand. So what would be 3 tips that you could say for the people who want to build themselves on LinkedIn? What to start with, what to do, what to avoid? Tell us a little bit about this.
Okay, I would say number 1, start with what you have. Don't think too much about I need to be perfect. Start with what you have. Even small thoughts, it will inspire more and more and more and more. Give yourself a chance for that start. Don't think, don't plan too much. just to begin and have a consistent message about that. I would say that think about what is your niche at the beginning. Try to build a content marketing on that point. Try to build a consistent message based on your unique voice. I'm saying it, be yourself. So start about that, then learn. When you move into that point, learn about what people like, what they don't like, what your audience like, what they don't like, and try to be adaptable and flexible. Connect more with people. And I believe one of the things that uh, get me to this growth quickly, that I am not a networker, I'm a connector. I build a meaningful connection. I try to give values, even just engaging with people. I let them feel that I am here helping them, giving them comments, connect with them, direct messages when they feel, because we are human. We're human. And I have just uh, a philosophy in my life. Uh, be their customer, they will be your customer. What do I mean here? When, let's say, I find you, Andrea, okay, I see your posts, and I always like, and I give you comments, I give you valuable comments based on that, you will connect with me. You will feel this connection. And trust me, even one times, two times, three times, four times like that. And once you see my posts, by default, even it's not your niche, even it's not, you will come back and connect with me because I helped you. This is the essence of human. So connect, I would say, start, learn, network, or connect with people, even not network, connect with people, not just like that and move that. And be yourself. Be yourself. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. And most people at the beginning, I tell them this: start by 80-20, and then move from 20-80. 80% based on your niche, 20% speak about your stories and about yourself. And then you can gradually change this percentage along the way. So to an extent, so you speak 80% about yourself and 20% about your niche, because you build the audience, and this moment people want to connect with you. They want to know you more. This is just a small tips that I can give to people.
No, I think whoever is listening to us today, you can try and you can implement it already on your LinkedIn if you have some, or other social medias are working actually the same. It's all about connections, as Ahmed said. So thank you for the tips. And before we go to the finals message to the audience, I would like you to summarize where can the people reach out to you. I'm sharing here that they can connect with you on LinkedIn, but what are the things that you offer to them? Why should they go to you?
Okay, so my services right now, I have 3 services. I offer one-to-one coaching. This is about personal branding and even supply chain. And I give customized S&OP trainings. This is about that. And I give consultation for sales and operational planning for corporation. This is the 3 services that I have. Easily, as you said, that they can connect with me on LinkedIn. They can send me direct messages on that. And I have my website. It's just settled. It just finished it. It's the same as you write it, Ahmed Khaled.co. This is my website. The same, so they can reach out to see the services that I have. It's easy one. As I told you, it's all about the LinkedIn and my website. And my website, easily they can take when they have the whatever service that they want. They can connect with me easily by the email. I had this on the email, the service itself.
Yes, I sent the link of the website already in the comments. So if you would like to connect and check out Ahmed services, then you can check the website. Otherwise, he's always on LinkedIn and posting videos. So you can feel free to comment and connect with him on the as an engagement, right? He said start tomorrow and engage and connect with people on social media. So the last thing I always ask, because everyone is today in a special situation because of what is going on around the world, and I know many people are alone, many people are afraid, and even because of the media, they are shrinking themselves and they are, closing themselves down. What would be your message to those people who are afraid to connect again or to just do something different? How would you move them out of this self-created jail?
My humble advice is allow yourself to be yourself and give yourself a chance. I'm always saying this to my people. Give yourself a chance, because most people, they live all of their life, they didn't give themselves a chance. They live all of their life with the lowest potential that they have, with the lowest version of themselves, because they didn't give themselves a chance. And I believe that you deserve this chance. Give it to yourself and allow yourself to fail, to be vulnerable, and don't care about anything. Just give yourself this chance, because you deserve it. This is the humble advice that I can give to anyone here.
I think this is a perfect closing